If you are over 60 and you sometimes wake up in the morning and notice that your vision feels blurry, or maybe the lights seem too bright at night when you drive, I need you to hear this, because what I am about to share in the next few minutes can literally protect your eyes, prevent cataracts, and even lower your risk of vision loss. And the secret is not some expensive surgery. It is not a pill from a pharmacy. It is not something complicated. It is actually 3 simple foods that you can eat tonight and every night after, that go to work naturally to shield your eyes from damage. So please stay with me to the very end, because these 3 foods can change how you see the world tomorrow, next year, and even 10 years from now. And before we dive into these secrets, I want you to take a moment and write in the comments what you fear the most about losing your eyesight. Is it not being able to drive anymore, not seeing the faces of your children or grandchildren clearly, or the fear of total blindness? Sharing your story in the comments will help thousands of other seniors who feel exactly like you. I know this is emotional because eyesight is not just about seeing letters on a chart. It is about keeping your independence, your dignity, and your ability to enjoy life. Imagine not being able to read your favorite book or not seeing the smile of your grandchild when they walk through the door. That is why what we are going to talk about today matters so much. And trust me, you will be surprised how powerful food can be when it comes to protecting your eyes. Now, let us start with the truth. Cataracts and vision loss are not just random bad luck. Science has proven that oxidative stress, free radical damage, and chronic inflammation are the real culprits. These things slowly destroy the proteins in your eyes, cloud the lens, and damage the retina. That is what leads to cataracts, macular degeneration, and blurry vision. But here is the good news. Certain foods contain powerful natural compounds that act like tiny soldiers in your body, fighting free radicals, calming inflammation, and restoring strength to your eyes. The first secret food is the blueberry. I call it the little warrior of the eye world. Blueberries may look small, but inside they are packed with anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant that directly protects the retina and the lens of the eye. Research shows that people who eat blueberries regularly have a much lower risk of age-related vision problems. In fact, there was a study in which seniors who added blueberries to their daily diet had sharper night vision and less glare sensitivity. Think about that. Imagine being able to drive at night again without feeling like the headlights from other cars are blinding you. Imagine being able to enjoy a movie in a dim theater without straining. That is the power of blueberries. Let me share the story of Mary, a 72-year-old retired teacher, who came to me worried because she was starting to see halos around lights at night. She loved visiting her grandchildren in the evening, but was terrified of driving after dark. Instead of rushing her to surgery, we started with nutrition. She began eating a small bowl of fresh blueberries with yogurt every evening. 3 months later, she came back smiling. Her vision was clearer, the halos were less intense. And she told me she had driven confidently to her daughter's house one night for dinner. She said, "Mark, I feel like I got a piece of my freedom back. That is what this little fruit can do." Now, let us move to the second secret food. This one might surprise you. It is spinach. Yes, the same green that Papa used to eat for strength. But this time, we are not talking about muscle power. We are talking about eye power. Spinach is loaded with two critical nutrients called lutein and zeaxanthin. These are like natural sunglasses for your eyes. They filter out harmful blue light from screens and sunlight, and they stop oxidative damage in the retina. Without enough lutein and zeaxanthin, the cells in your eyes age much faster. I want you to picture this. Every time you go outside on a sunny day without protection, your eyes are bombarded by light that creates stress inside them. Over time, this builds up and leads to cataracts. But if you eat spinach just a few times per week, you are essentially building a shield over your eyes from the inside out. That is incredible. Let me tell you about Robert, a 68-year-old grandfather who loved woodworking. His passion was carving small wooden toys for his grandchildren. But one day, he noticed he could not see the fine details as well. His doctor told him he was developing cataracts. Robert did not want surgery yet. So he began eating spinach omelettes for breakfast 3 days a week and adding a spinach salad to his dinner. Within 6 months his vision had stabilized, and he was still making toys. He came to me with a tear in his eye saying, "Mark, I can still see the joy in my grandkids' faces when I give them a toy I made with my own hands. That is priceless." Now, before I reveal the third and final food, I want you to pause and think about this. If something as simple as blueberries and spinach can make such a dramatic difference in the lives of real people, what could the third food do for you? I promise you this one is even more surprising and even more powerful. The third secret food is the humble sweet potato. Most people do not realize that sweet potatoes are one of the richest sources of beta-carotene, the nutrient your body converts into vitamin A, and vitamin A is absolutely essential for good vision. Without it, your eyes dry out, your night vision fails, and your risk of cataracts skyrockets. Sweet potatoes are nature's gift to your eyes. They not only restore moisture to the eye, but also strengthen the surface of the cornea, which keeps your vision clear. There was a gentleman named Charles, 75 years old, who told me he had given up driving at night completely because he could not see well in low light. He felt trapped in his own home after sunset. We added roasted sweet potatoes to his dinner twice a week. Just that one change. Within a few months his night vision improved. He told me one evening he felt confident enough to drive to the community center to play cards with his friends, something he had missed dearly. His exact words were, "I felt like life opened up again, blueberries, spinach, and sweet potatoes." 3 simple foods that can protect your eyes naturally, prevent cataracts, and lower your risk of vision loss after 60. But here is the thing. You cannot just eat them once in a while and expect magic. You need to make them part of your lifestyle. Your eyes need constant nourishment, just like your heart or your brain. So here is my challenge to you. This week, try to include all 3 foods at least once. Have blueberries as a snack, add spinach to a sandwich or smoothie, and roast some sweet potatoes with dinner. Then come back to this video and share in the comments what you noticed. Did your eyes feel less strained? Did your night vision improve? Did you feel more confident? Your story could inspire someone else who is struggling. And I also want to know from you, which of these 3 foods do you think you can start with today? Leave your answer in the comments and let us build a community of seniors helping each other keep their vision sharp. Now, let us go even deeper, because I know many of you are wondering, can it really be this simple? Can 3 foods truly protect your eyes when doctors and I? Specialists so often say that cataracts are unavoidable after a certain age. The truth is, yes, these foods can make a huge difference, but the key is consistency and understanding why they work. Once you know the why, it becomes easier to commit to the how. Think of your eyes like a garden. If you plant flowers but never water them, never remove weeds, never give them sunlight, they will wither. But if you give them the right nourishment every single day, they bloom beautifully. Your eyes are the same. Every blueberry you eat is like adding water to the soil. Every handful of spinach is like pulling away weeds that would choke the flowers. Every sweet potato is like giving your garden the sunlight it needs. Over weeks and months, that nourishment builds up into something powerful. Let us talk a little about the science behind each of these foods, but in plain words. Blueberries contain anthocyanins that reduce inflammation in the small blood vessels of the retina. This helps improve circulation and prevents damage to those delicate cells that allow you to see clearly. Spinach, rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, gathers in the macula of your eye, which is the part that allows you to see detail. These nutrients act like a natural filter, blocking the most harmful wavelengths of light. Sweet potatoes, with their high beta-carotene, help your body make vitamin A, which is essential for the rods in your eyes that help you see at night. Without rods, the world after sunset would be nothing but darkness. Now, let me tell you another story. Eleanor, 70 years old, was an artist who painted landscapes. Her biggest fear was losing her ability to see colors vividly. She noticed her greens and blues were starting to look dull, and her doctor said she was developing early cataracts. Instead of despairing, she decided to fight back naturally. She started making smoothies with blueberries, bananas, and spinach. And once a week, she baked sweet potato fries as a treat. Within months, she told me she could see brighter greens and deeper blues again in her paintings. She said it felt like someone had cleaned a foggy window. That was enough to keep her painting joyfully for years. And here is something else important. Many seniors believe that once you pass 60, 70, or even 80, there is nothing you can do to change your health. That is not true. The body has an amazing ability to heal and repair itself at any age, as long as you give it the right tools. Food is one of the most powerful tools you have. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think about your daily meals. Are you getting enough colors on your plate? Or are most of your meals brown and beige? The truth is, eye healing foods are almost always colorful. Blueberries with their deep blue skin, spinach with its rich green leaves, sweet potatoes with their bright orange flesh. Color in food means color in vision. If you want to protect the color of your world, you need to eat the color of nature. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that when you eat heavy fried foods or sugary snacks, your eyes feel tired or strained? That is not your imagination. Unhealthy foods cause inflammation in the whole body, including the eyes. Over time, that accelerates cataracts and macular degeneration. On the other hand, when you eat antioxidant-rich foods like the 3 we are talking about today, your eyes feel refreshed, almost like you washed them from the inside out. Now, I do not want you to think that you must give up everything you love. That is not realistic, and it is not fair. But what you can do is add a handful of blueberries to your cereal. Add spinach leaves to your sandwich. Add roasted sweet potatoes to your Sunday dinner. Small changes add up to big protection. Here is another powerful example. A group of seniors in a retirement community decided to make a pact. For 6 weeks, they would all eat blueberries 3 times per week, spinach at least twice, and sweet potatoes at least once. They kept each other accountable, like a little eye health club. At the end of 6 weeks, almost everyone reported that their eyes felt less dry, and a few said their glasses even seemed a little too strong. Now, this was not a formal scientific study, but it shows the power of community and consistency. Imagine if you did this not for 6 weeks, but for 6 months or even 6 years. I also want to speak directly to those of you who already have cataracts or vision problems. Please do not feel discouraged. Even if surgery is on the horizon, these foods can still help. They can slow down the progression, improve your overall eye health, and even support faster recovery if you do need surgery later. So there is never a wrong time to start. And here is something emotional that I must share. A dear friend of mine, John, lost his ability to read because of vision loss. He told me the hardest part was not books, but not being able to read bedtime stories to his granddaughter. That broke his heart. If only he had known years earlier about the power of these foods, perhaps his story would have been different. That is why I am so passionate about sharing this with you today. Because your story can still be different, you can still protect your eyes. You can still see your loved ones clearly. Now, I want you to engage with me. Tell me in the comments which of these 3 foods you are going to try first. Is it the blueberries for their sweetness, the spinach for its leafy power, or the sweet potato for its comfort food taste? And if you have already tried one of them, share your experience. Did you notice a difference in your vision? Did you feel more energy? Did you sleep better? Remember, your words may be the spark that inspires someone else to take action. Let us also bust a myth here. Some people say supplements can replace foods. While supplements can help, they are never as powerful as the whole food itself. Nature designed these foods with a perfect balance of nutrients, fiber, and antioxidants. When you eat them, your body absorbs them in a way that pills cannot match. So do not think of this as a diet. Think of it as giving your eyes a natural gift every single day. And let me encourage you with this final thought. Every time you eat one of these foods, imagine you are literally polishing your eyes from the inside. You are wiping away the fog. You are strengthening the lens. You are guarding your precious vision against the years ahead. That is not fantasy. That is real science and real results. So, my dear friends, do not wait. Start today. Your eyes deserve the best. You deserve to wake up each morning and see the world clearly. You deserve to see the joy in your family faces, the colors of the sunset, the pages of your favorite book. All of that can stay sharp and clear with the help of 3 secret foods that nature gave us freely. Blueberries, spinach, and sweet potatoes. Simple, natural, powerful. Now it is your turn. In the comments, write the phrase "I will protect my eyes" and then share which food you will begin with. Let us build a wall of encouragement and inspiration for every senior who comes across this video. And if you know someone who is already struggling with vision problems, share this video with them. You might be the reason they discover the secret that saves their sight. I thank you for spending this time with me today. You are not alone in this journey. Together, we can fight back against cataracts and vision loss. Together, we can keep our independence, our joy, and our dignity. And it all starts with one small bite of the right food.